Would you like to know how to improve your grappling even if you're training with lower skilled opponents? If so, stay tuned and watch this short video. If you want to master MMA fundamentals, check out my instructional called MMA Essential Lessons. In it you can learn about clinch takedowns, boxing, grappling, Muay Thai, ground and pound, Thai and puppet master clinch, escapes from inferior positions, and shooting takedowns. Check out the link in the description below. Hi, my name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, where we teach coaches, fighters and enthusiasts how to train smart and not just hard. Today I'll show you how to improve your grappling skills even if you're training with lower skilled opponents. When I competed in MMA, I didn't have regular access to high-level grapplers, so I trained with mostly blue belts. But I was still able to improve. How did I do that? Well, simply by handicapping myself. And you can do that in various ways. Let me show you. The first method of handicapping is simply to allow your partner to place you in the dominant positions and then escape from there. Your partner will try to keep the position and go for a submission while you try to escape. When you escape, or when your opponent submits you, restart in the next dominant position. This is my student Veljko, who is soon to be 39 years old and has been taking privates with me for 4 years. Each year he's becoming more and more difficult to spar with, and I really have to make an effort to escape. By handicapping myself, we both get a good sparring session, and if I were to only dominate him, that would be a waste of training. There are, however, times when you can do that, and I'll talk about that later. The second method is to put yourself in submissions and then try to escape. You can start in fully or partially locked submissions. When you escape or get submitted, place yourself in the next submission. The third method is to spar by only going for a certain submission, a certain limb, or a particular move that you haven't mastered yet. You can reveal this to your partner before sparring to make it even more difficult for you, or not. Here I'm going for his right arm, which means any submission on that arm will do. Besides that, I'm also trying to pass his guard to the right, since my passing on that side is weaker. If the opportunity for attacking any other limb presents itself, I will forgo it. I might fake it to create a distraction, but I will not pursue it completely. So I'm only going for his right arm. The fourth method I call partially reduced sparring. This means that in some parts of your sparring, you will reduce your defenses so your partner can act, and sometimes you will go 100%. Let your opponent take some dominant positions on you, either by completely allowing him to take his preferred position or just by decreasing your defenses to, let's say, 30%, so he can still feel some resistance and work to overcome it. Then you fight to get out of unfavorable positions, and when you do, go for a submission. Then reduce your defenses again, and so on. I mentioned before that there are times when you can go all out on the less skilled training partners. By all out I mean you will try to submit him as many times as possible, but not to hurt him, of course. I usually did this in the final 7 to 10 days of my training camp before my MMA fights. Before that I used the methods I outlined, but in the final stage of the fight preparation I wanted to condition my brain to a predatory mindset and to be able to take every opportunity that is presented without hesitation. Don't worry about your training partners. It will not do them any harm if you go all out on them once in a while. It will toughen them up to be in survival mode sometimes. When I first rolled with my MMA coach August Wallén from Sweden, he tapped me out around 8 times in 5 minutes without even breathing hard. So every time we rolled, I tried to decrease the number of taps per round, and my goal was pure survival. Many MMA champions use ground and pound as their go-to strategy. If you want to learn how to do it properly, check out my Total Ground and Pound Blueprint instructional. The link is in the description. So those were my tips on improving your grappling with lower skilled opponents. Question for today: what are your strategies when training with lower skilled opponents? What exactly do you do to improve your grappling? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, like it and share it, and you can also subscribe to my channel. And if you want a more in-depth MMA training, check out my instructionals. My name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, and I will see you again very soon.